Listen and listen good. I have always been saying that since Obi's mandate was stolen by Bola Ahmed Tinubu. Oga, any man that is looking at that office is wasting his time. We should tell them that we are better than Nigerian rulership or leadership. Oga, there is nothing any Igbo man could do about it again. It is too obvious that Hausa, Fulani, Yoruba, they have turned their back on Igbos. They are just like telling Igbo, go. Okay, that Biafra emancipation is here. Because if they don't want Biafra to go, they should call Obi back and remove that illegitimate mandate and give it back. No court, kangaroo court, jungle court has ruled in favor of someone else, but they should return it. That is not the true legal system every Nigeria is dreaming of. A legal system that is bent on thwarting justice could never stand in our society. Oga, no Igbo man, as I'm concerned, I know the minds of every Igbo. Forget about people that are living big, having a aeroplane like Ifeanyi Oba, selling in Nnamdi Kanu in Kenya like IK Mbise, all of them. Oga, every Igbo man's mind now is Biafra. Oga, emancipation of Biafra, let Biafra go. Let Yoruba know what it takes to be an Igbo man. Yes, if Igbo man goes, Yoruba will begin to at least study us in the various universities across the world. It might not be in Nigeria. If Igbo man go to Biafra, that is when we will become a whole curriculum course in Ahmadu Bello University. They will study Igbo as a subject, as it is being done now in Oxford University, London. They are studying Igbo in Texas, America. Okay, we are an institution. It's not a matter of making mouth. Talking blah, 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 blah. At the end of the day, nothing comes out of it. It's rubbish. Talk, demonstrate, talk, act. Let us see in action. That is what any man could benefit from speeches of men. It's not all about talking. Talk, demonstrate, talk, act. I will turn Nigeria to modern metropolitan country. Tell the world that everybody will. At least I did it in Lagos. Do it. No, do it in Abuja alone. Start from that environment of Aso Rock. Turn Abuja to modern cosmopolitan city. It's not talking. After talking, you steal. You keep on stealing people's blood. People are eating shit in Nigeria. I've seen a lady sat down, mold cast from fufu, dip it inside gutter, swallow it. People were weeping, crying. This is the kind of country we find ourselves. In this dispensation we are, guide my phone. If you look at her alone, you will know that, oh my God. Oh God, this is not Photoshop. Somebody casting food, ditch out in a gutter, stinking gutter, swallow it. That will show you the level that Nigeria has degenerated in life. Okay, many people watch it, they were crying. People that were viewing that video were crying. They could not even track her down where she is to help her. Because that is in the north. Even if you see the wall, the house, the thatch house this woman was living was made out from bamboo. A human being created by God. And Nigerian politicians are still busy buying SUV worth of 10 billion, 5 pieces. That 5 Camry, each of those Camry bought at the rate of 85 million naira, and Nigerians are dying. Okay, what kind of human beings are you, all of you? I'm ashamed of Nigerians. Anywhere I go outside this country, if you tell me you are a Nigerian, I will dress you down because you are monkey. You are not less than cheat. What makes you a Nigerian? Are you different from others? Nigerian man is just increasing himself, increasing his shoulder. As proud as what? Peacock. Peacock is better than you. You shouldn't be proud. Everybody is dying here. Nobody is telling ourselves truth. Some person will be suffering and smiling, telling us, oh, it's all right. Oh. Tomorrow, it go better. Nah, lie. Tomorrow, let's go church and pray for Nigeria. It's a lie. How many of you are busy praying for Nigeria? You cannot pray. How many of you are busy? Pray against Nigerian politicians. Don't pray for Nigeria. Pray Pray against them. Go to church, on the pulpit, tell your congregation, stand up. Devilish people, satanic people are in charge of this country. We will take it by force as Christians. Join hands in prayers. They are not doing it. Nigeria is going down every day. They are telling people about open door. The door that God has opened many years ago through Jesus the Christ. Nigerian pastor is opening it again tomorrow. Open door. Okay, Jesus has done everything. Okay, I don't care what people are saying. I don't care what anybody thinks about me. I'm saying it. Jesus Christ has opened the door for us 2024 years ago. And we are free today. We've gotten the salvation from Christ Jesus. But today, see, people are rewriting what Jesus Christ has written. Telling you another thing. Turn all of us to Mugu. Nigeria is getting better, don't worry. It go day better. Okay, I don't they count day too. I don't they count day too. Some are preaching this thing on the paper. Go and check where they are sleeping. Go and check their buildings. You don't need to convince people. Leave them. Tell them the truth. Okay, make una take this Nigeria by force. God help me. Pray against these politicians. After all, let me tell you the biblical aspect of it. Okay, Elijah prayed against the prophet of Baal under the regime of Ahab. Ahab collapsed. His garment. Jezebel was thrown out from a tower. His skin scattered on the floor. And dog licked his blood. As the prophet of God prophesied. Pray, I am so person. That's why I allow Buhari to carry cap, enter my church. Nala is bad. Every man created by God. If you enter God's presence, there must be something you will do to respect God, to know that God is above all. Any man that enters Church of Christ Jesus with cap is doing it for a purpose, unless that you must remove your cap. They make it work against Jonathan. People enter their church. What do you call him? Buhari. You know, removing cap. And everybody, they keep church that day to chase Jonathan out of power. They call him good luck. They say, no, it's bad luck. Because they want him to go. As if that was not enough. All roads led towards Ojota axis to protest against Jonathan. Today, Jonathan, everybody is asking him to come back. Unyi teunu niru one by one. People that cannot come out and say the truth because of money. Oga unyi teunu niru one by one. Unyi teunu niru one by one. A Yoruba man can say, an Hausa man can say, an Igbo man can say, an Yoruba man can say, and every Kibibio can say, Oga, I am Rab Tresvant from Anambra. This is what I'm saying. I don't believe him. Come quote me. Whatever has a beginning has an ending. Whoever tell you that Igbo is not going anywhere is from his own what? Perspective or perception he is talking from. I am speaking from my own opinion. I still reiterate, opining that come what may, some days you will see Igbos flying. Eagle, wing, soaring high. Up the what? Skies. Where we are going to what? Block down the whole stars. Oga, it is possible. All things are possible, I believe. And I'm telling the Lord that I believe that he can do all things. Jesus is the Lord. Igbos must go. We are not staying with anybody. People should take care of their land. Igbos, we are going to take care of our land. Oga, come to me. Igbo must go. Oga, if you meet me in Dubai, if you not like, the whole community where I will live in Dubai be Fulani. And there are churches there. I'm going to go worship my God there or worship in my house. And if you challenge me on the road, I will tell you, Oga, I be Igbo man. I'm a Biafra.
Let's talk about Amaka.
Amaka is an institution now. People should learn to defend their tribes. Ancestry is where your extraction, emanates from. And failure to keep your descent. You descended from a place. Amaka descended from a place. Amaka is trying to defend his descent. her ancestry from scorn, mockery of others. Some persons that came out and mocked the descent of Igbo. Igbo ancestry has come to stay. Certainly the oldest ancestry on the continent of Africa. And Amaka fought war. He fought hard to defend her ancestry. And today you see what Amaka has brought. Attention, the kind of recognition internationally Amaka has given Igbo nationality, Igbo nation. Oga, Amaka is free. If Canadian government tries jail Amaka, good. Amaka is not dead. Amaka is still alive. Igbo is not extincted, has not gone into extinction. Igbo is still existing. Igbo is never a threatened species, as others are saying. Igbo is growing, waxing strong and stronger in Haiti, in Jamaica, in Barbados, in Trinidad and Tobago, in Igbo land, southeastern Nigeria, in Port Harcourt, in Ikwere, in Efik, in Ibibio, in Equatorial Guinea, in Congo Mabasa, in Zaire, Kinshasa, we are there, Gabon, Cameroon, everywhere. Oga, go and meet these Cameroonian guys. What's their name? Bilike people in Cameroon. They will tell you much about Igbos. I have a wife there. I have a good darling there. She's from Bilike, Bamida, Cameroon. These people are everywhere. They don't come back again. If you want to try what I'm saying, visit Mbise community. Half of that community are speaking French. How do they know? They migrated into Cameroon many years, even before the war. And after the war, they started coming back. Okay, you know, go kill him, finish Igbo. If Nigeria say Igbo where they Nigeria today, on our own don't finish. Other Igbos, many years to come, you will see them waxing strong in the Far East Asia, in Australia, even in South Africa, they everywhere, intermarrying with the Zulus. Ogas, the Swahilis, they have recognized Igbo. Even the Maasai in Kenya, we are there. They are the black Jews that are scattered all over the world. They can never stop Igbo. Amaka has carved out a name, tears, and history for herself.
Okay, thank you very much. God bless you.
And for the records, we are not in support of what Amaka did. Amaka did wrong. But Amaka has come out to show that an Igbo man is resilient, is willing to stand and defend himself. Because the enemies the Igbos have, they are too much. Politically, they are there. Tribally, they are there. Every nook and cranny. An Igbo man is seen as a threat. So if you see me as a threat, I should be able to stand and defend myself at every point in time. What happened to Amaka is a likely victory for the institution, the Igbo institution. Many of our enemies were praying that she should be locked up and arrested for that statement, that divisive statement, but reverse is the case. Right here in Nigeria, the media had to carry out a propaganda. They reported the story halfway. They reported where she was arrested, invited, or what have you, but they did not report where she was released. That is showing that these people have an agenda. There's nothing you can do to an Igbo man. You cannot exterminate the Igbo people. As an Igbo man, I know how I feel. I know the resilience in my body. I know how different I am. You cannot eradicate or you cannot push out the Igbo man from existence, because that is what some political leaders are doing. I'm not talking about all, whether if you say the North and the West, I'm talking about these political charlatans that are taking over power, using the Igbo as a pawn, using the Igbo as scapegoat and sacrifice. Now, this government wants to stay in power because he needs to spend 8 years, irrespective of the fact that he is destroying the lives, the hope, and the destiny of Nigerians. Now, they are going to use attacks on Igbo to stay in power. They know that Igbos are the engine room in Nigeria, whatever way you can look at it. Igbos are people that are ingenious. They are industrious. They are like people that are you can use them to revive an economy in whatever way. If it's academia, opportunities given to them, they excel. In business, they excel. Just that the Nigerian state deliberately would limit an Igbo man from, yes, achieving his full potentials. You want to join the NDA? There is preferential treatment. Tribalism is there. You want to join the civil service. Tribalism is there. You want to join tech, the government tech hub. Tribalism is there. You want to rent a house in Lagos. Tribalism. You want to buy this. They are trying to limit the potential of the Igbo man. It is a deliberate thing. I'm somebody that have experienced most of these things. During the elections, most Igbos that registered did not get their voters cards because some people felt that we can play games and make sure these people don't get voters cards. So the Igbo man is always at the receiving end. In the face of all this tyranny, in the face of all these evil and wicked acts against the Igbo man, what do you expect the Igbo to do? Like we said, and we always say, that Amaka was triggered by somebody else. And nobody really considered what the man said that triggered Amaka. But yet the Nigerian government had to swoop like SWAT. Emergency action they took. All of a sudden, House of Rep written it because it's an Igbo person. But we have seen consistently and repeatedly, they look away when other people threaten the Igbo. Threaten their lives. Threaten everything that has to do with them. What has Abike Dabiri done to that person that had to instigate Amaka? You see, we all see what this is, and we all see what we are doing. Now, if Igbos are not going to get involved in protests or anything, or want to be part of this government, does not mean that you are intimidating them. The Igbos, they see the future. All the presidents that are being supported and voted by, majorly the Igbos, you see how they have excelled. So when it goes the other way, you can see from Buhari till now, the Igbos did not support Buhari, did not support Bola Ahmed Tinubu. You see how the economy is in shambles. You can see how we are getting close to our grave. Just within 2 years, just a little over 1 year of an administration that is clueless, that is just kleptomania, how they can loot and loot and loot and loot, irrespective. Now they are bringing tribal cards. Do you think that someone that does not have conscience will consider you or your tribe? It is about their interest. Whoever fits into their interest, they are going to use. Now they are wanting to play tribal card. Igbos are resilient. They are going to stand up and defend their rights, defend the right to exist and live. Nobody would make us feel inferior. Of course, Nigerians are afraid. Nigerians are afraid of the Igbo man. I was in a bus today. They complained about the fuel scarcity and everything. So the driver, who is an Edo person, said, as if we have voted Obi, it would have been better. The woman that was complaining about fuel scarcity and everything now picked offense because he mentioned Obi, as if Obi has become a problem. You see, it is a demonic thing. It is a disease. It's a mental illness. Bigotry is a mental illness. Some people, they prefer to die under Tinubu's regime than to live seeing P2B as president. That's why most times I don't pity for Nigerians, because Nigerians are getting what they deserve. Whatever you sow, you will reap. So you voted for a Tinubu and you are supporting a Tinubu. Now you are complaining. Then somebody else will be given an opportunity to show himself. But because that person is an Igbo, and you see, the other man in the bus said, now if you allow Igbo coming to power, they will now be having mouth. They will start harassing people and doing all sorts. They are afraid of the Igbo man. Like I said, they are afraid of the potential of the Igbo man. And that potential will not be destroyed because Chukwu Okike Abiyama has destined that there is going to be a sun that will rise from the east. And nothing stops the sun from rising. It's going to rise and illuminate Nigeria, illuminate every other part of Africa. Nothing is going to stop it. But my pain is that some of these Yoruba Runus are giving Yoruba Omoluabi a bad name. We know who they are. They are documents. We are documenting all their tweets. We are documenting all they are doing. So for history purposes, so that somebody cannot come tomorrow and you can change history. You can't manipulate history like they have been doing over the years. I've seen so many lies on Twitter, so many misplaced whatever, so many things, so many disgusting things from a particular region, Is it a coincidence that it is from a particular region? shout out to the Omoluabis in Yoruba land. But these Ronu guys, after the 8 years of Bola Ahmed Tinubu, let's see what happens to the next people that are going to come to power. Let me see if anybody who is a Ronu or conservative will come out and complain or play their politics. We know how they play their politics. We know how they gaslight and everything. Everything is well documented. So, the Igbo man wants out. And that is the best way. So, he has made his decision. Let Nigeria key into this regionalism and whatever, balkanization of Nigeria, so that you will see that the choice of the Igbo man will eventually liberate Nigeria and Africa from the hands of these colonial masters and hands of these wicked and conscienceless politicians.